Whams, 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 whams. How did we know that we were going to all do that? So
we're just like Justin Timberlake's 90s band.
This is Bird, and this is Shade. And then off the screen, we got Trixie, the Golden Witch.
I'm the voice of the producer. Sometimes I'm on screen, not this time, but I'll be talking a lot for this particular review, I think.
Yeah, I think that is true as well. And for this week, for the music segment, we listened to the legendary In the Court of the Crimson King.
By
JoJo's
King Crimson.
Bizarre
By King
Adventure,
Crimson.
the album.
Yes.
Well, I think, there's only one character actually named after King Crimson, right? Just King Crimson?
I don't know.
There is a stand called King Crimson.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
I know that. I'm just like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like 21st Century Schizoid Boy or something like that.
Yeah, in like part 8 or something.
Bird, you literally heard this album for the first time today.
Yeah, on live stream.
Tell me about
Yeah.
what you expected based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and to explain Diavolo's stand.
King Crimson. In part 5, they're all mobsters. Diavolo is the leader of their mob.
Mob organization.
It's called Passione. He's
Just explain the power. King Crimson.
He goes back in time 10 seconds. That's his thing.
That's it?
I thought it was that he can remove the effect of a cause.
No, that's Giorno.
Giorno does that.
Yes, Gold Experience Requiem like undoes things.
Okay.
King Crimson can go back in time 10 seconds and no one ever sees it. So he can just go back in time 10 seconds and then it's got like a cooldown of like the 10 seconds.
You said Gold Experience Requiem?
Yes.
Yeah, Gold
'Cause
Experience
Gold
evolves
Experience
into Requiem
is
later.
just healing.
Okay, I think Requiem
healing,
might be
but-
a segment of one of the songs on King Crimson, on this album.
really?
Because some of these songs...
Yeah, they have like a additional bit.
Yeah, there's 5 tracks, but several of them are like the name of the song and then including Mirror and
Which I
whatever.
think that's just because
some of them are very
until-
multi-part.
Until sort of recently, it has been almost impossible to actually get like a fucking just a video of In the Court of the Crimson King like to listen to like.
Yeah, so like around until like a decade ago, the King Crimson band, it's really just Robert Fripp. The guitarist is King Crimson essentially. Everyone else has been a revolving door of musicians that work with him.
What the fripp are you talking about right now?
Robert Fripp.
The stand on King Crimson's head is called Epitaph.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It has like a little evolution too. I just don't remember. It's been so long since I read and watched part 5. My
Exactly
brain is very heavily
3
in part
years.
7 right now.
Yeah, so Robert Fripp was really anti having his music available to anyone outside of purchasing a physical edition until like a decade ago.
Yeah.
They finally put everything up on streaming, and it used to be like if you uploaded a King Crimson song, it was getting taken down. Like
Right.
it was one of the most. It was like Prince in that it was not only
it was
heavily
just really
referenced
hard to
by
listen to
JoJo,
it.
but also constantly getting taken off the internet. But now King Crimson has a YouTube channel that posts all the fucking time with all kinds of like hidden ancient recordings. Like they've basically gone through their vault, and just every week they put like some kind of alternate version of a song or some old fucking live.
He just wanted it all to be that like you had to be like the coolest person in the room to have heard any of it. And now he's like, actually, fuck it. Like let's just let anyone that's actually gonna listen to this.
If you want to know about Robert Fripp, by the way, there is a documentary called 50 Years of King Crimson that came out like 4 or 5 years ago. Really good. One of the current members of the band during the documentary dies during the documentary. The band is a brutal experience. Like almost everyone who's ever been in the band was like, yeah, that was hellish and I'm still traumatized by it. And like Robert Fripp is a total hard ass. He is a mean guy. All he wants is the best possible performance every night. He's constantly practicing his guitar, and that's all he does. And he is deeply dissociative. There is a scene in this movie where he's telling a story from his childhood, and then he just zones out halfway through, gets quiet, doesn't move for an entire minute, starts like you see tears rolling down his face, and then at some point he just continues talking like that didn't just happen.
Yeah, he's a bit of an insane person.
Yeah.
But the big question in the room here for both me and Beatrice is, what did you think about it? What is your score?
First half of the album, 10 out of 10. Last half of the album, 4.
Interesting.
Really?
The first half was a 10 for you.
Everything, yeah, I don't know. Probably not the first half, but everything after Moonchild I did not like.
Yeah.
There's only Moonchild and then the last song.
Oh, well, they're fucking 13 minutes long each.
That's
so.
true. It is half the album is the last 2 songs.
Moonchild is 12 minutes long, and then In the Court of the Crimson King is 10 minutes long.
So you would give I Talk to the Wind and Epitaph a 10 as well.
Yeah. I Talked to the Wind was fun. Epitaph was fun. Schizoid Man was my favorite song for sure.
Now, and so I would say, right, because my scoring is probably going to be that, like, I've been toiling about this all week. I've been going, do I consider this to just be a 10? Because, like, I like 2012 so much more than this by Rush.
2112.
2112. So much more than this.
You like 2112 a lot more than In the Court of the Crimson
I love
King.
2112 so much.
The whole album or just the song?
Maybe like my top 5.
The whole album or just the song?
Just the song.
Okay.
But like that song is so good that it just.
I was gonna say, does the Road to Bangkok factor into that score?
I mean, that song's still good.
I like that song, but I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10.
I think technically,
you have entered the twilight zone.
2112 is one side of the record, and all the rest of it is the other side. Whatever, but like, and so I go, well, can I put this as a 10 if that is so much higher? But I think potentially, like, I think I just have to put it as a 10. And that 10 just has a bit of a broader range because, like,
it's funny that you say that because my score for In the Court of the Crimson King is 200 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna put it as an 11, but
there are 10 out of 10 albums, and then there are albums like. I think
albums
of how
that just cannot be scored almost.
Yeah, like Fantano did a classic review of this album once, and that's how he says about classics is like you can't really score a classic, but sometimes he gives something a classic review that he clearly doesn't actually like that much. He just thinks it is deserving of that.
The issue with classics is that they're very much like we're not in that time frame anymore. Like this, you said this came out in '69.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Like,
I would say I think this could come out today and it would make sense.
Yeah, it holds
Timeless.
up. But what I'm saying is that it's like if you were in '69 and you heard this, and then you listened to like the Beatles or what else was big in '69?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd was the '70s, wasn't they?
I think they
started in
came
the
out
60s.
in the late '60s.
Yeah, and like Pink Floyd, and it's like you're hearing this shit, and you go, well, what were the biggest things pop wise in like the early '70s?
And well, okay, to be clear, you know, King Crimson is from the UK, and they were never a mainstream radio band. But it used to be that if you stayed up late into the night, you would get, you know, freak radio. You'd get all the stuff that the degenerates and the weirdos and the people on acid are listening to, you know? So like this would have been contemporary with Pink Floyd and like, you know, weird trippy shit.
Black Sabbath.
Jethro Tull, Black Sabbath.
Prog rock, right? And with this album is that it's like prog rock would probably not have existed without the Beatles, if I'm being honest. Because
you mean Sgt. Pepper's?
Yeah, because the Beatles basically proved that you don't have to do things the way that they tell you to do it.
No,
so
Yoko
here's the thing:
Ono proved that.
if you're only looking at it in terms, hey, Yoko Ono's great. Don't. We are not. There is no Yoko Ono slander happening in this household.
Whatever.
Yoko Ono is one of the. She invented noise music. She is one of the greats.
Whatever. You're gonna take that away from Brian Eno?
Yeah, he invented ambient music, not noise music.
Either way,
get out of here. Yoko Ono is literally one of the greatest of all time. We're not getting into this.
Do you think there's an alternate universe where Yoko Ono made the ooh ee ah ee ooh ee ah ee? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. Anyway, when you talk about the Beatles in that way, I get what you mean when you're applying it to rock music, but what King Crimson really is a jazz fusion band that has a heavier edge. And if you're looking at jazz fusion from the 60s, it was weird, crazy shit.
Well, jazz fusion, right, is
like Miles Davis outdates the you know, King Crimson.
I don't think jazz fusion is as heavy.
Not usually, no. I think King Crimson put more guitars into their music than what was typical of.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree that 21st Century Schizo Man is not necessarily prog. It is just a jazz song.
Yeah.
It's a really heavy jazz
Epitaph
song.
is more of a prog song.
Yeah, Epitaph is very prog.
Or In the Court of the Crimson King. But, like, you know, what they were going for is they wanted to have, like, structured parts and then just totally improvisational, freaky bits. And so all their songs combine those two things.
In 21st Century Schizo Man, as soon as they go down, 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 and then it just becomes jazz.
Well, and
Okay, JoJo.
Yeah, it's very jazz in that way of there's a few people who are playing something structured to hold the song together, and then Fripp is just making the weirdest noises he can on his guitar. It's just like wailing insanity. The bass playing during that whole segment is god fucking tier. Underrated bass song for sure. Yeah. Well, and then just
Wes is just go.
Robert Fripp likes to make his guitar sound awful, torturous.
You like jazz?
Yeah.
Like jazz?
Yeah.
No, 21st Century Schizo Man, as I said earlier, I believe I said that, is like top 10 prog rock songs of all time. It fucking amazing.
God tier prog rock song.
If you cannot call yourself a prog rock fan, if you haven't heard that song, you're joking yourself if you haven't fucking heard 21st
I heard
Century
that
Schizo
song
Man.
before Kanye West put it into a song.
Yeah. That's actually crazy.
It was like, because that album was 2010, the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And
Power came out in 2010?
Yeah. And we were listening to King Crimson in 2007.
Yeah.
But 21st Century Schizoid Man, very important to me because it inspired a song called 21st Century Digital Boy by Bad Religion, which I had named myself after.
21st Century Digital Boy. I don't know what the lyrics are, but I like Bok Choy.
At the end of that song, he starts screaming, "Cat's foot, iron claw," which is the opening lyrics of Schizoid Man. And I had heard the Bad Religion song
that became Digi-Bro.
A year and a half before ever hearing
Talk about him anymore.
No.
before hearing the King Crimson song. And so when I heard the King Crimson song, I was like, oh, this is like even better. This is an even crazier, even better song. Like I couldn't believe that a straightforward punk rock song had taken its influence from like the freakiest, most insane
fucking
jazz prog shit.
Yeah. But we can't just talk about 21st Century Schizoid Boy the whole time. Schizoid Man.
Did you know that the wind can't listen?
Yeah.
It cannot
I
hear.
talked to the wind,
to the wind, but
which there's I Talk to the Wind, and then there's a bonus track. I actually like the bonus track more, I think, where it's
The other version of I Talk to the Wind?
Yeah, where there's no lyrics but just the acoustic guitar, because the acoustic guitar is recorded perfectly. Like it's so clean, and like every mistake feels like it was intentional almost. It's like just fucking beautiful acoustic guitars on top of some
That's what I tell
fucking
myself when I make
windy ass
mistakes.
instruments. Yeah, like and the original I Talk to the Wind is also just really good. So it's like you take that and then you turn it into something else that's also really good. It's like, I don't know.
In my head, that song is less than 6 minutes long. I always forget that it's as
like
long as
7
it
minutes,
is because it feels like it's ending and then it'll be like.
there are a couple songs like that. on
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
A lot of false endings.
And then after that is Epitaph.
Wait,
which is-
hold on. I Talk to the Wind. I want to get into the lyrics a little bit.
All
Because,
right.
like, 21st Century Schizoid Man is just, like, the most manic, like, images of destruction and awfulness and, like, the
Candlesticks
century
in
is...
the dark, visions of bodies being.
Yeah, more or less. Shout out Ghetto Boys. And the I Talk to the Wind is also a song about being a schizoid because it's about talking to the wind, which cannot hear and does not respond. But there's a whole segment where he's just talking
She's
about
trying to
how
break
like
into the tree. drawer.
Like-
I'm sorry.
There's like a whole segment of the song that's just about being ungovernable, basically. He's like, you don't possess me, don't impress me, just use up my time. I talk to the wind. So it's literally like I'm better than you because I talk to the wind. Not even
Right.
that I'm better than you, but like you have nothing to do with me. Your words don't affect me. I'm over
Which
here talking to the
you could
wind.
interpret as like talking to the wind essentially is it's just talking to yourself. Like
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
it's just that you are very self-reflective and that like you don't really need necessarily some
Other
kind of,
people,
yeah,
an
you
audience.
don't need what am I looking for here? Like you don't need something from someone else.
Validation.
Validation, yes,
Yeah.
perfect word. You just talk to the wind. Like it's
Yeah.
just like that's all you need. You talk to the wind.
So then confusion will be my epitaph.
Yeah, which epitaph is epic as fuck. It's great. It has an amazing rise and an amazing climax and a very great falling action throughout the whole song. And it's just, you know,
I will say
I would describe
epitaph.
it as epic.
I don't know if
Epic.
the fact that it's epic is why I think it is 8.5 minutes long, but I don't know if it needed to be 8.5 minutes long. I feel like it could have accomplished everything it was trying to do with 2 fewer minutes.
I could say the same thing about Moonchild, but
Moonchild is a journey. What do
Moonchild
you think
is-
of Epitaph before we get into
Yeah.
Moonchild?
It's great. I like the first 3 songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all fun.
Epitaph was
I don't
third.
know. They blend together for me.
They all 3 sound completely
that's-
different from one another, but
Sure.
I do think that I Talk to the Wind leads pretty well into Epitaph.
interesting. I Talk to the Wind is very like chilled out and like not like depressing or anything. Epitaph is like the world is ending, everything is bad. Confusion
Lyrically.
will be my epitaph. I'm fucking dying.
Yeah,
Everyone's
maybe lyrically
crying.
it's very separated, but like I think
They fade
vibes
in.
wise they like lead in. I'm not saying they sound the same at all,
Mm.
but they lead into each other very well. You could
Interesting.
interpret it as one big song.
I want to say also of Epitaph that the song "I'm Nuclear" by Nick Oldfield is a dead ass ripoff of Epitaph, the song from Metal Gear Solid 5. The trailers for it. It is a great song, but it literally the main lick in Epitaph, the like do 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 do, like is just straight up ripped off.
The
in
thing
other
about
songs.
Epitaph also is that I listen to it and I go, Opeth listened to this.
Oh yeah.
Opeth was definitely inspired by Epitaph.
Opeth was inspired by every 70s prog band for
Yeah.
what it's worth.
And like, but it's like it sounds so Opeth, and I'm just like, man, it's good.
Can definitely see that.
But then that goes into Moonchild. So Moonchild is the controversial song here,
I gotta
right?
go pee.
Because it's 12 minutes and
2 minutes of lyrics.
9
and then,
minutes of it is
what Trixie called of oh hey Karina's here. Hey Karina.
Karina.
Moonchild is like 3 minutes of lyrics and then what B describes as improvisational wind chimes.
And yes, but that's only like 2 minutes out of the 9 minutes.
Sure, but
So-
it's just a
so
lot
this
of
is-
like random fucking
This is what I
noises.
think you need to do in order to understand Moonchild. Right?
Psychedelics, you're right.
And that's one way. But you need to be sitting on this couch, right?
All the
And
lights turned off.
Just yeah, all the light, turn all the lights off. Close your eyes, right? And just imagine, right? So there's like a kind of rough blanket on the couch. You're sitting on the couch, right? And you have like 6 friends who are all musicians, and you're kind of just sitting on the couch, right? And they all have different instruments, and they're just testing shit out. And it's the
it's
chillest.
jazz. It's like
It's the
improvisational.
chillest. Not even just that they're playing jazz, but they're just fucking like sound testing. Like they're just going bing, 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 bing.
Jamming.
Yeah,
They're jamming.
and you're sitting there, and all you can think about whatever you want. You're in like a totally different dimension right now, but they're doing some shit. You know, they're over there doing their shit, and it kind of brings me into that fucking feeling of being like, just kind of chilling there while my homies do some shit. Like, and that's good. That's a good feeling. It makes me feel kind of wholesome and
Interesting.
I haven't seen The
connected
Wind
with that.
Rises. This song, the last 9 minutes of it, make me feel like that one scene where he's like on a big grassy hill and a plane flies over him.
Yes, Dissociation.
Yeah.
This song is the most dissociative song
So
of all time.
Dissociation kind of sums up half of
King
the album.
Crimson.
Well, okay, so
Maybe,
now that I'm
maybe all
back,
of
I gotta
them.
say, Moonchild may be my favorite song on this album.
I can't
And
agree, but yeah.
So the first 2 minutes is just like that melody lives in my head rent free. The melody of the whole lyrics and like the imagery of it. First of all, very Toho. And I did first discover this album when I was getting into Toho, and I associate them heavily because
Oh, yeah, this is actually great. So when I was listening to this with Soul, so she kind of hated the whole thing, but she said that it felt like a bunch of people stimming.
it is
with
literally
instruments.
that.
They're all just stimming.
This band is the most neurodivergent band that ever
It
has
is
been.
neurodivergent. It's so autistic.
It is very schizo-autistic, very neurospicy. But Moonchild in particular is, in my mind, an ode to the inner child, the girl on the distant shore, the mysterious, flittering feeling of like seeing your own past like reemerge in little glimpses in front of you. What is it with you with the Dune theme?
Like Dune to me.
Is that what your inner child sounds like? Just screaming the Dune theme?
Well, no, not the inner child bit, but like seeing glimpses of your past in front of you. Like that's
Okay.
Dune is all about.
I don't
Well,
know shit
technically it's
about
the
Dune.
future, but Dune
Yeah,
is always
okay,
like how the past
okay,
affected
I
you, how it
see.
feeds
Yeah,
into the
okay,
future.
okay.
It makes some kind of sense.
I made it sound like Soul didn't like the album. She liked the rest of it. She just didn't like the song.
Didn't like Moonchild. No, yeah,
Yeah.
Moonchild. The first 2 minutes, I always have like very strong mental imagery of
The first 2 minutes are where there's actual instruments
of like
and
the
lyrics.
dance. Well, like the Moonchild dancing on the lake makes me think of Chirno and Toho and
Right.
like
Everything makes you
And
think
then
of
the
Cheerio
next
right now.
9
I have
minutes.
Chirno brain rot. Well, the next 9 minutes of
Yeah.
random improvisation. Look, I have listened to this album at least 200 or 300 times in my life.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what happens during this section. And that's saying something because it's not just like random. It's non-musical. It is anti-musical.
There's no time signature.
and
There's no theme.
I've tried my best to
There ain't
stay
nothing.
paying attention to it. No matter what, when In the Court of the Crimson Kings comes on, I wake up. I have a feeling
And
of,
this
whoa,
is-
oh
this is
right, I'm listening
exactly-
to this.
This is exactly what I was just talking about. I think you were upstairs when I said it, but
Yeah.
the way you listen to Moonchild is you put it in your earphones, you turn all the lights off, and you sit on a couch and you imagine.
Not even.
The
I
room.
could be doing anything listening to this song, and I will at some point completely freeze and just
Yeah.
be there, and then I will wake up when In the Court of the Crimson King comes on,
Right.
and I'll be like, oh right, I'm listening to King Crimson.
Right, which we can move into fucking Into the Court of the Crimson King because that is also great.
A lot
Bird-
better than Moonchild.
Bird just described the first half of the album being a 10 and then the latter half being terrible.
Moonchild
but
really spoiled it for
In
me.
the Court of the Crimson King, I think if you look, just go listen to Into the Court of the Crimson King alone. It's a great song. It is a bit long, and they do repeat kind of the same idea a bit long, you know.
It also
But
ends 3 separate times in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Listen, we're gonna start me off, B.
I don't remember the first words of this song at all, but I know the melody And that's what really counts. The yellow jester does not play, but gently pulls the strings to summon back the fire witch to the court of the Crimson King. Okay, I will say, actually, though, real talk, it is actually my least favorite song on the album.
Least favorite?
Least favorite on
it's
the
my
album.
second favorite.
After 21st Century Schizoid.
That fucking chord progression is so good.
It is really addicting.
It doesn't need to be 10 minutes.
It's
fine,
repetitive,
but it's so good.
And
the chords are so good. The harmonies are so good.
It's really good. Look, I gave this album a 200 out of 10. So being my least favorite song on the album is not like a...
Soul said it makes her
diss.
feel like she's being hugged by angels.
That makes sense. I mean, I always picture like, you know that movie The Cobbler and the Thief where it's just got like the ridiculously ornate castles and shit? It makes me think of that. The Fire Witch, by the way, the summoning the Fire Witch, as mentioned in the lyrics, in the book series Boogie Pop, which is heavily influenced by JoJo, one of the main characters is the Fire Witch, and that's why my name is Golden Witch Fire.
Yeah,
because I am a combination of the Golden Witch and the Fire Witch.
Fire!
I didn't know Fire was on there.
I mean, if you look at my @ it's Golden Witch
Golden
Fire.
Witch was just I thought it was just from Legend of the
Umineko. Umineko no Naku Koro ni.
Umineko. I thought it was from fucking the fucking show about rock bands.
Show about
Bocchi the
rock bands?
No, not Bocchi the Rock.
What fucking show are you talking about?
The Legend of the
Legend of the Galactic Heroes is not about rock bands.
Not that one either. God damn it! It's the one where the
Legend
guy,
of Black Heaven.
Yes, Legend of Black. I thought it was from Legend of Black Heaven.
I don't think there's any witch in the Legend of Black Heaven.
Shit, I got fucked up.
The Golden Witch is the main antagonist of Umineko no Naku Koro ni.
I don't know shit about Umineko.
Or she's the good guy.
Yes, she's either the good guy or the villain or both or whatever. It might all just be her fucking dream.
I don't know shit about Umineko.
Basically,
all I know is that in the Court of the Crimson King is awesome as fuck.
Yes, and it has the Fire Witch, and that's why Golden Witch Fire. But also, it's the name of Nagi Asukara from Boogie Pop, which the guy who wrote Boogie Pop also wrote a JoJo book, which is available in stores now. And I saw it, and I would have bought it, but it was $30, and I was like, "That's
so
too much."
What is our favorite moment in the album?
Oh boy. I think for me, it's specifically the high-pitched.
Yeah, that part's awesome.
No, actually,
I don't know.
The whole guitar solo from that song, but not just because of the guitars, more so because of the bass lines. The bass. No, but it's like and all that kind of shit. Yeah, the bass line during the soloing, the freak out part of that song is probably the highlight of the whole album.
I really like.
I don't know. I really like. In the Court of the Crimson King.
My favorite part was
Ellen, let's go.
I also want to mention that the first manga I ever bought, Jing, the King of Bandits, also has a whole King Crimson reference segment.
Which Jing, the King of Bandits, if we like take a second, that kind of started it for me.
Really?
Because like that's like my earliest memories of anime is you making me watch Jing, King of Bandits.
That's awesome.
And me reading that while taking a shit.
Do you remember there was an arc where it was like this girl had like paintings all over her body and there was like an evil organization called King Crimson or something?
All I remember is like the first couple fucking panels. I think there's like a guy in a barrel who gets like, he's supposed to be stabbed by a bunch of swords or something. And then he like shoots him with a Kir Royale. And
so
that's all I remember.
All I have to say about this.
Can you give me a Kir Royale?
Obviously, we're dropping all the anime references because this is partly an anime podcast. But for real, though, fucking Hirohiko Araki, his musical taste has to be the most influential musical taste anyone has ever had.
I think Araki is like fucking on top of the world
Like,
with music.
For me, I read Boogie Pop when I was 14. I did not get any of the musical references in it until years later.
Also, Araki's like 60, by the way.
At this point, yeah, he's but like reading
not
Boogie
70.
Pop, I found out about all the music from it. I got into all the music from Boogie Pop, and then I found out about JoJo, and I was like, well, this is clearly the only reason that the Boogie Pop author knows all these bands is because he read
65.
JoJo and listened to all these
65,
bands.
Yeah, he's 60 fucking 5.
Yeah, of course.
He does not look like
JoJo's
that
been
at
going
all.
since fucking 87 or some shit.
Yeah. But Araki specifically looks like he's like 30. Like he looks great.
He's been drawing that manga for nearly 40 years.
Yeah. JoJo's is crazy.
Bye, Banshee.
Well, what would have made it a 10 for you, Bird? Because well, you didn't even really give the whole thing a fucking
less dissociative
7.5.
fucking madness.
Yeah, I don't know. My least favorite parts of like just the closest example I have in my repertoire is like The Wall. And my least favorite parts of that are the dissociative songs.
Yeah.
I like when stuff is heavy and it's happening, like the trial.
Yeah. To be clear, I did not expect you to even like this album as much as you seem to. I was like, Bird is going to be pissed
No, it's
off
got
listening
heavy
to
I
this.
kind of thought he was going
That's
to think it's
true.
like a 6. But like 21st Century Schizoid Man is such a good ass fucking song.
True.
Like,
It leads off really
it's
strong.
so good. It's insane.
I don't know what would have made it a 10. Just a little less improvisational wind chimes.
I'm really curious
The
now
wind chimes
because there
crazy.
is there are a couple of King Crimson albums that don't have nearly as much.
I will probably
weird
look
shit.
into King Crimson after this.
I think I
Crimson's good.
could really see you liking the album Discipline. Easily would be your favorite, I think.
That to be so bad. So
I also do.
what are we listening to next week?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Peaches again.
Oh,
would
the
you
fucking Drake
Would you
album.
like to suffer?
Yeah, we're gonna listen to fucking Drake.
Iceman comes out on the
Iceman by
15th.
Drake comes out. and we're
Iceman.
gonna listen
Iceman.
Okay.
I've made it my whole life without ever listening to a Drake album. Don't.
to it. You've never listened to a full Drake album?
No, never.
I don't think.
All right. Well, we're doing it for content.
I despise Drake as a human being.
Drake
Drake is a
deserves to-
terrible
I'm sorry,
human.
Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey
Graham.
Aubrey's a horrible man with horrible music. He's been overrated his entire career.
Do we have another option?
If you don't want to do Iceman, we can do something else. It's just that it's it's Drake. It's kind of like okay, so here's the thing. Theoretically, Drake should be free views, but at the same time, your audience currently might not care at all. So it's more like if we do Drake,
we need to bring in people that are not our audience.
That's
And
the
then
idea. The idea
at the
is
same
that
time we're probably gonna shit on it. So the people that would come in, the people that watch us will be like, yeah, shit on him. But then the people that come in will go, what the fuck? You don't know shit about
No,
Drake.
you don't understand. Shitting on Drake is half of all of the YouTube channels I watch.
Yeah.
It's the only way they get views is by shitting on Drake.
We'll shit on Drake.
Shitting on Drake is big money on YouTube.
And I like some Drake songs.
And
Hotline Bling's great.
Hotline
I
Bling
like In My
is.
Feelings. I like.
I gave
like
you the
Passion
one Drake
Fruit.
song
Look,
I know.
I used to really like.
I like Passion Fruit.
I used to really like Nice for What. I actually thought Nice for What might be the greatest song of all time for a little period until I found out that he's like a big pedophile because one of the lyrics he says, high school photos you were popping even then. And I'm like, what do you mean by that, Drake? What do you mean? Wait, are you what? Yeah, you're hot, but you was actually hotter when you were in high school. That's why I keep looking through your photo albums. Like, come on, Drake.
God.
Come the fuck on.
Even bad then doesn't mean that they were
doesn't mean
more
hotter
attractive in high
then.
school. But
He shouldn't be talking about how attracted he is to her fucking high school photos. Why is that a lyric in the song?
I'm with you there.
And also, the main reason that song is good is because it
And,
has
like,
a Lauryn Hill sample that it uses a lot.
You could
and-
argue that like he's saying, "Oh well, I thought you were when I was in high school. I also thought you were attractive in high school." But
No,
the way he
said
words
high
it,
school photos you
when-
were popping even then.
even
So he's looking through
when
your
you
photo
were bad
album.
then,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, you're talking about it from your perspective now.
Yeah.
And that's a bit weird. I know. All right, so
I feel like Hotline Bling has at least one like extra weird cringe lyric in it too. Every time I like a
Probably.
Drake song, I find out there's a lyric that I'm just like, oh no.
I mean, it's a bit controlling. It's
yeah.
a very controlling
it's a very
song
controlling song.
where he's like, Like, oh, you can't post on Instagram with other people without
Yeah.
me hating you. Anyway, like, subscribe, comment whams
Hang on a
300,000
minute.
times.
Yoko Ono. Oh, that's a reissue. God damn it.
What-
Sorry.
Was there a new Yoko Ono album you
It's a
thought?
reissue, but no, I was just trying to find anything.
Anything other than
A
Drake.
new
Look,
Yoko
you will
Ono album.
never get more views than shitting on
I
Drake.
get it.
It is the
Like,
only
comment,
thing.
subscribe, whams. I have to pee so bad. I
also
really have to
do.
pee.
This is
All
the
right.
B stream now.
Oh yeah, I should probably reposition myself to be on camera.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the beer section. I'm excited for this one because these beers I enjoy.